So yeah, let's get the mill science brought to my glorious stuff and things, and this will actually, unfortunately, need its own line. Yeah, this will need its own new line. It'll need to be brought all the way here. This set. So let's go ahead and do that. I will set this up right here as a requester, not a provider. Requesting mill science. That is not mill science. Requesting mill science, all of the mill science on the planet. Where's my car? Right out here. Do I have enough belt? Actually, I don't think I quite have enough belt. There goes the bots. That's a better amount of belt. I mentioned that I off-screen was doing scaling. I also scaled circuits, so the whole point of adding all of this copper, in addition to all of this copper, was that I now have enough copper to feed a whole of 5 per second of circuit 1s, up to 5 per second of circuit 1s. So that is that current production capacity. Whole of 5. And actually what I did with for the circuits is I have a Helmod planner. So this tells me what the building counts are for 5 on the circuit ones, the intended output, and you can see this is 18 per second of copper, up to 18 per second of copper, which yeah, that's very important to note here. The I guess the 4/5 most important things here. Yeah, that's gonna get banned. Fully banned. Goodbye. Goodbye, bot. Goodbye, robot. Robot advertising. Anyway, let's get this rooted. Let's get this science rooted. Let's see here. Yeah, I can only stand calculating out the building counts by hand for not very long anymore. I spent the entirety of the Off the Rails playthrough calculating building counts by hand. I think this time I will very much enjoy having Hellmod. First train mods. Yeah. Yeah, the train mods, they theoretically make life easier, but I fail to see why. Why go through so much effort of learning, like, all these circuit conditions, of using circuit conditions in the first place when they're not needed? Why do you need that? Why should you care about such granularity? That's what I keep trying to wrap my head around, is why? Just why? Why that level of granularity? I don't even need this splitter. Train rails have such high throughput. Rail systems have such high throughput, I would question your sanity if you are even remotely coming close to saturating a rail network to the point where you need the efficiency gains of using a mod such as LTN or Train Supply Manager. Also remember that Nilaus, I think, does work with code of some description, or has, like, sort of knows how to work with circuits and circuit conditions. To some people, that comes very easily. That's not necessarily how my brain functions properly. I can't do that quickly. These use cases of things like LTN and Train Supply Manager. I'm not using LTN on this playthrough. I have Train Supply Manager, but doing circuits requires experience. It's not that it's hard, it just requires some level of experience and usage, and I'm sure that if you have that level of experience and usage, it can be faster to use those over doing things the vanilla way. But if you don't have that experience, that doesn't quite apply anymore. And the question becomes, are you willing to put in that amount of time to get that experience? Well, chances are no. And setting up vanilla trains is going to be far easier than doing anything with LTN or Train Supply Manager. And look, if it takes thousands of hours to really understand the processes and functions of a game and how it works and how to do things quickly in the game, then something's inherently wrong with the design of the game. Frankly, like if it takes thousands of hours to get to a point where you can consider yourself good or decent at things, including setting up circuits with vanilla circuit mechanics, for reference, then what about that design is actually reasonable if it takes that long? Just gonna put that thought out there that, yeah, people have played longer. Thousands of hours. But if it took them that long to get that good, or to get to the point where things are that easy to them, you have to question, why did it inherently take that long to get to that point? And what does that say about the design of A, the mods that they're using, B, the game itself? Why would it take that long to get to that point? These are interesting questions that don't really need answers. Fact is, what works for one will not work for another, will work better for another. Anyway, let's start picking up the most important of the mill techs, the only completely required mill tech, which is laser turrets. And I am realizing I need to actually, feed this into the labs. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Actually feeding these into the labs. So let's go ahead and do that. And just again, reiterating, looking over at my streaming software and seeing that we're streaming with 0 drop frames today at full 4500 bit rate. It feels good after 2 weeks of trash. After 2 weeks of complete trash quality, thanks to the ISP not behaving right over the holidays. Feels very good to be back to some normalcy. Every day should be like this. That is a tree. Somehow in the way. I'll also reiterate that a lot of this is still temporary and subject to change. Alright, let's get this going. Go, laser turrets! I need you! I also need batteries for you. So there's that. That means rayon. That means hell. Rayon. Glorious rayon. That's not going to be that fun on the initial setup. Oh, joy. That is going to require centrifuges, actually, and I don't think I am currently automating centrifuges, so let me set a building to do that. I already have the concrete for that. Am I streaming at the recording bitrate? No, I am recording at 2500 kilobits per second, and I render at 10. I upload, I stream at 4.5 currently. I have a pretty decent computer. Just to put that thought out there. The specs should be listed below the video on the stream. Where are you again? There it is. Yeah, I need these. Lots of these. I have a fairly good computer, but Twitch being Twitch, I will never guarantee that I have access to the what is it? The transcoding at any one time. I think I do get. I think they're much better at that these days. With having streamers have transcoding, but you know, for those who watch Source, have to keep the bitrate reasonable. But the quality should always be higher when watching on YouTube. Let's see, that said 240s, 250s. Let me think about this for a second. I need to do a little bit of math here. 72 plus 72 plus 72 plus 72 plus up to 72. 360 megawatts. I have about 100-ish before potential problems, so that'll be okay. We're alright for now. Okay, that's the mill science. What will be next? Well, I think before anything else, before doing, like, the batteries, I think Yay, we got the tech. Um, yeah, give me the radar stuff. That sounds great. Um, what do I need? I need niobium. Yes, I need niobium. What will that require? Where's my niobium mines? They're somewhere around here. Neo mines. I know I have a thingy for the neo mines. That's Molly. Molly's the one that needs the laser turret. That's phosphate. That's rare earth. Do I have a spot for neo? Do I? I'm not seeing. Anyway, the neo mines this. Does not need any batteries, which that was what I was primarily looking for. I thought I had it. Or is it over here in this mess? I don't think it is. This is mostly like train stuff. Yeah, this is like train related stuff and circuit network stuff for some reason or another. Well, if I don't have it, I guess I should start making it. Hmm. Odd. Of all the things. I'm even making salt mines, but yeah, of all the things, it doesn't look like I'm actually making the Neo mines. Huh. Well, let's make those. I have all the things for them. Let's keep this somewhat limited. Now, the centrifuge is... How many of these will I need? Lots. But, what's the stack size? 50. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good on those. So I guess I could start doing neomines. The only issue is that niobium mining will require refined syngas. So this is the first circumstance of having to do something really complex before you can actually get your niobium. So refined syngas has many ways of obtaining it. You have activated carbon and syngas to get refined syngas. This would require doing zinc mining first. So we could mine zinc first, or we could do my preferred method, which is syngas plus methanol into refined syngas, water, CO2, and acid gas. That is my preferred method, and I'm going to sneeze. Oh boy. Oh joy, oh bliss. Sneezing. We don't have access to the chromium and pet gas, which is actually a really good recipe because it gives you tar back that you can convert back into petroleum gas. Um, oh, hello, Tech. What? Oh, you want... Ah, I see. Yeah, that's not going to happen until Circuit 2's, sadly. Very sadly. That's not really gonna happen either. What tech do I want next? I don't really need any. Yeah, I don't need any of these. Outside of laughs. Yeah, I think I'm good at this point. which means I really don't need that much on the mill science, but I'll keep it moving. There will be some stuff later that I will need the mill science for. Good, you're working. So, refined syngas. There's refined natural gas plus chromium, but the problem with this is that it's biofilm from condensates from natural gas and gasoline, which, yeah, that's a really long process to get into refined syngas. And of course, there's the filtration media, coal bed, and hot air to get plenty of refined syngas. This is the process that I used in the off-the-rails playthrough, our previous playthrough, at the point in the game where I needed to mine niobium. However, again, this will require setting up zinc processing to get activated carbon to get filtration media. So this recipe will be the one that I do, because syngas is easy enough to get. That is just natural gas. Natural gas to syngas in gas refineries. The methanol has another natural gas recipe with tin chromium alloy. Now, I know I don't like I've said so many times I don't like using the catalyst recipes if at all possible, but tin chromium alloy is exclusively used as a catalyst. There's no chance in hell I'm going to ever spend nichrome to make methanol in this way. But it is very cheap with carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Those are free. It's just nichrome is not quite as free. Not this phase of the game, anyway. This is a useful recipe to do organic solvent and olefins, but I don't currently have the infrastructure for either of them, I think. Slash the tech for either of them. I have this, though. I could do this for the olefins, but the better recipe is aromatics to olefins, and we don't have that yet. Similarly, organic solvent. The acetone and syngas is the better way, and I do have the tholins for the acetone, so that actually would be the organic solvent taken care of. And if I do the olefins through Nextlit out of hydrogen and CO2, that would be a way into the methanol with a little bit of pet gas, but by far the easiest way at the moment would be to do tin chromium and natural gas. No chance in hell. None. Don't even think about doing moly plates and vanadium, or moly plates alone, to get methanol. But natural gas, tin chromium, that will be the way. And speaking of which, for this, we are going to need rectisols, the gas refineries, as well as methanol reactors, if I'm not completely mistaken. Yeah, methanol reactors. So, these. Rectisols are here. These guys. And do I already have some of them? Yes, I do. The gas refineries. Alright. Where do I want to set this up? This can technically be set up anywhere, but preferably near a source of natural gas. Also, preferably near the location where I will be mining my niobium. Now, I will also need to note, niobium requires, on top of everything else, drill heads. On top of refined syngas. So that would be the good question of the day. What building will I use? Well, I guess we'll start with these. I guess I'll do it. I've got several buildings, but I'll do it here-ish. Do a couple of them. Making glorious drill heads. 2 of them, 1.33. And I'll figure out how to get them on location. Speaking of on location, alright. Iron, chromium. Iron plus chromium equals drill heads equals niobium. Yes? That'll be a long-term plan, I suppose. For now, this niobium is a lot closer, and I can get the drill heads to it a lot easier. A lot more easily. So that'll be that plan for this very moment in time. Now, next, I need to place the infrastructure. Where will I place the infrastructure? Where's my car? All the way down there. Let's not forget my car. Car is a good thing to use. Let's make use of the car. Make very good use of the car. As I plan out this build for the syngas, the refined syngas. Just keeping an eye on my acetylene and how much is being used. Because I know that the mill science is going to use a lot of it. Alright, welcome to the ginormous niobium patch. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yes, it will be glorious. Now, first thing is first. Let's get an idea on numbers for all of this. Now, bear in mind, let's see, I will need the natural gas in for 2 of these processes. Where is my rectisol? Rectisol is here. That'll be that recipe. Then the reactor on that recipe. So I will need the tin chromium alloy as well. So tin chromium alloy. This is Advanced Foundry. Advanced Foundry for you. Just to get an idea of counts. Yeah, right there. Just to get an idea of counts on these. 50. Wow. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, this recipe... $50 for 1, 2... of course, I would also need hot air processing. How much? Not much, but always plan for more. There we go. That'll be that and that. I don't think the spacing is right, but this is just planning out numbers right now as I continue drinking my coffee. Okay. That's that, right? It depends on how much we need, but that's the ratio, right? It'll be 8. Whoops. I wanted to get rid of the tree, not the thingy. Get that put out of the way so I can grab that and do that. Actually, I have this. So I have borax mining here, and it's this. Make sure I grab all of those pipes. Excuse me, I said grab all of those pipes. Place there. Thank you. Yeah, that should be 50 per second to feed into one of these, and then 2.33, that's well within 1, so yeah, that should be fine on that infrastructure. However, I think I need, well, I don't think, I know, I need to take a brief break a little bit ahead of schedule today, and it may take a few minutes longer to get back, but yeah. Once I return from my break, I will be setting up the tin chromium alloy production by the mall, routing that up here along with the drill heads that I'll be needing. I'll grab some niobium mines. I'll route up the pipe for the natural gas, and I think from there we should be pretty good. I'll have niobium. I then need to think about all of the buildings that I need for the actual niobium processing. So with that, I will return shortly-ish, about 5 minutes this time, I think. 5 to 8. And I have returned from my break. Whew, sometimes when the body says it's time to take a break, it's time to take a break. Anyway, let's get back to it. Time to make some glorious refined syngas. I will need ways of dealing with the acid gas and the CO2. I always forget if you pitfall the acid gas or if you flare it. I know you flare that. I'm gonna just say that you'll flare the acid gas because it says gas in its name. And we'll build the one for now. I need to actually get the niobium buildings placed before I really am able to discover how much I'm going to need, calculate how much I'm going to need. So on the way back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start plopping the line of power, because I will need that. I will need this. That should cover basically everything I need covered. And off we go. Stupid rocks. Out of my way, rocks. All rocks must die. Every single one. And also, I think my audio might be a little bit off. That should help a bit. Gosh, and I know that I'm going to notice that in editing this, and then I'll have to find the spot that I fixed it. Oh boy, that'll be interesting. Interesting time for editing. Get out of the car, grab these. There we go. There's the power. Now to grab the neo mines that I've currently made, as well as set up the alloy that I need set up. I guess I'll do that. Yeah. Here. Make me my tin chromium alloy. That is exactly what I need. Yeah, that can go there, that, and we are good to go. Ish.